G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing the review of the Cats and the Hawks at GMHBA Stadium, with Geelong getting the job done very nicely at home, winning by 51 points. Comprehensive performance, four-quarter effort, and yeah, what a sight to behold. Very pleasing result, and yeah, the Cats are sitting in the top four, I think, right at the moment. I'm sure that'll change before the round's out. Might check the ladder a little bit later on. So yeah, just after 2 weeks after I've declared the season's done. Been a really good fortnight of footy. Playing, back to some of our, the footy that we are capable of. That's what's so frustrating, is we know we're more closer to this version of ourselves. How we went against the Bombers, so 100 points 2 weeks in a row. It was pretty wet and mucky conditions last week, and we still got over 100 points. But yeah, looking really dangerous up forward. But yeah, what a game. So we started out with 5 points, I'm pretty sure, and we were just going, we are dominating this game, but we have not got it on the scoreboard yet. But then by quarter time, we had a bit closer reflection of where we actually sort of sat. So yeah, almost 10 scoring shots in the opening term. And finally got, a bit of a break in the game. But what was really promising was just our pressure early on, our tackling, ability to keep it in our front half. We made it really difficult for Hawthorn to exit out of D50, and we set up a really good brick wall behind sort of that 50-metre line in our forward line, so that, even if the Hawks did find a way out or a long hack kick, they would basically kick it straight back to Cats jumpers. And it was really good to see. And right from the get-go, you could just feel the hunger and the desire from the Cats players. And the skill was on show and on song to see. Very pleasing to watch. More of the same in the second term, and never what I liked. We didn't really ever give the Hawks a good look. I think 3 was the most they kicked. In sort of that, so second and third term they kicked 3 each, but didn't leak too much, but we always seem to have the answer, even if the Hawks, did respond back with a quick goal, which happened a few times, and their midfield had their moments, but even despite, I think their midfield had a decent performance. Again, we kept them to 59 points, so when I look at those numbers, 59 points this week, 60 points last week. So, I'm very pleased to see that kind of defensive effort, and optimistic with our ability to defend and not leg scores really quickly. Forward line functioned really well. It looked super dangerous. Forward line was pretty open, and it's looking very mobile with Neil, who can run and jump, and he's quite a good runner in general. Rowan's really quick. Cameron's quite mobile, and we know he can get on the bike as well. Close and Stengel and these guys. Manor, who was in the side today, and what a game he played. Just ability to punish. Hawthorn turned the ball over a fair bit, and they had some pretty poor skill errors in their back half and subsequently our front half, and we're able to sort of that damage from turnover, it was maximum damage. Could have been a bit more. I mean, we had 30 shots, they had 14. Could have kicked, if we kicked a little bit straighter, it would have been probably 70 or 80 points. But I'll take a 51-point win, that's for sure. And I think back in 2006, the second last time they've played us there, they played us there briefly in 2020. I think it was a 51-point win to the Hawks, or it was 51 or 52. I'm going to have to check that. But funnily enough, the margin very similar yet again. I think it was about 10 goals in 2020. I think that was round 2. But a real even contribution from the team. Wasn't one individual. It was a host of players that really put their hand up and had a real red hot crack at it. Our desperation was really good. We were pretty solid behind the ball yet again, and clunking those marks and repelling from the back half really well. Movement by hand was really good to see as well. It's funny how when you can do a couple of things and then you're just millimeters off or a tiny bit off, and how ordinary it can look versus you execute you get it done, and then you get that reward at the end on the scoreboard. Winning contests, forward of the ball, pretty strong in the air throughout the game, I felt. And we made life pretty difficult for the Hawks. We didn't give them too much time and space with the ball, and we forced them into plenty of mistakes. So really good even contribution from the guys, and it was a really good result and a lot of hard work going into it. So pleasing to see. It's. I feel like my expectations have been changed 3 or 4 times already this year. I think that's going to be the kind of year that we're going to get. We're going into the season thinking, all right, at our absolute best, we can potentially finish as high as 6th, could be low as 10th or 12th. It's one of those years. And there's still a long, long way to go. I'm a bit more optimistic now than I was probably a fortnight ago, where I was a bit doom and gloom, lost 6 out of 7, haven't seen those sorts of numbers ever. And I thought, off the back of 2023. So it wasn't as though it was just just off the cuff comment. I'd put a bit of thought into it and thought, well, gee, if nothing changes, like we're just gonna keep rolling out the same process and system and personnel in the same spots. But to the coaching staff's credit, being brave enough to make some change on the run mid-season, mind you, after getting in a really positive position. But there's still a lot of work to do. I'm sure. Like there's 2 pretty good wins over Essendon and Hawthorn, but it doesn't guarantee anything. If anything, it gives us a bit of a platform to launch from and hopefully put us in a better position to try and qualify for the finals first and foremost, and then depending on how that all lands, you try and nab something in the top 4 if everything goes right. But making finals is probably the priority at the moment. Won't be thinking too much about top 4. After 2 weeks ago, I just said the season's over. So anyway, 55 more disposals for the Cats. Lots of supply inside 50, 63 to 40, which was we had a lot of field position and could have even got out to 80 points. But I'm pretty happy with a 51-point win, to be honest. I'm just happy with the win. Disposal efficiency, better from our front. And then efficiency inside 50, we're able to stifle the Hawks a little bit up front. And subsequently, we were very efficient up forward. And, nearly 60% inside 50. So we were very efficient when we did go in there. Average, as you can see there, is 48. So much better there. From the hit-outs perspective, Miki had a big day out. Hawthorn won the clearance battle. We won the setting clearance battle. Hawthorn around the ground just got the nod there. But loved the contested ball. That was really positive and, nice on the outside, outnumbering there. A lot more turnovers from the Hawks. So, again, that was, some skill errors from their standpoint, but also our pressure was up and about, causing some of those turnovers. Plenty of marks as well, so we're able to control the game at times. Some of those were, just chip around, which we were doing a little bit in that third term and a little bit in that last quarter. But we were able to, control the tempo and control the game more so from our side. Marks inside 50 was significant. We were able to, laser up, options up forward. That's a massive number, 22. And on the other side of the coin, the Hawks ended up with 8. 9 contested marks to 8. Not a massive contested marking game. And then from the scoring perspective, we were up for the whole game. Started off with 5 points. Hawthorn almost had a goal taken away after it was reviewed and touched. But that was really good to see. Tackles, out-tackled them as well. So that's 2 weeks in a row where we've out-possessed the opposition and also out-tackled. So, just do that. You're probably a good chance to win most games. Tackles inside 50, the pressure was enormous, and we'll talk about one man very soon. 9 for the Hawks. More run and dash from the Hawks on the bounce side of things. 1%ers, the Hawks as well. Votes are pretty tough, I must say. But I'm going to go 3 votes to Jeremy Cameron. Jezza had 4 goals for. He literally could have kicked 7 or 8. He also gave a goal off, as we can see there. But he had the 19 disposals, 8 marks, also had a couple of tackles, goal assist as well, and which was a nice handball over the top. I think it was to Blitzars or something like that. I have to fact check that one. But yeah, it was brilliant. He could have kicked a absolute bag, but he was dangerous up forward. He was marking everything. Missed a few, obviously. I think he kicked 3 points in the first quarter. So, in the first 3 minutes of the first quarter, he's very menacing early. And I thought he was just brilliant, bringing teammates into it. I'm sure he had a stack of scoring involvements as well as that goal assist he had. 2 votes goes Tom Stewart. Maybe if he kicked a goal, he might have got the 3. But he kicked the 2 points and had the 26 touches, 11 marks, 5 tackles, 3 clearances, almost 400 metres gained. So really good output from Stewart. He was brilliant in that midfield, and then he also there's the centre back player. So he's like the opposite of Dusty, where Dusty would go centre forward. His influence was magnificent, and he's just getting back to some of that better form. Couple of little wayward kicks, but that's okay. We'll bear with that. And then the 1 vote, I'm going to go the closer, Bradley. He has kicked 14 disposals for Bradley, and he also had 2 marks, 2 tackles, 2 clearances, and a goal assist next to his name. I just thought, he was really influential up forward. Obviously hit the scoreboard in a big way, and then able to bring his other teammates into it, shared around a goal as well. Pressures like no other, and works super hard up and down the ground. So it was very, very tough for the votes this week, and there's definitely some players pretty stiff maybe not to get a vote, but that's okay. We're all had a different look at it at the game versus on the telly, which can sometimes show things a little bit differently. Sean Manor, well, I don't know about second best on ground, but he was amazing. He had 2 behinds, had some long shots, 20 disposals, 3 marks, and 14, that is not a typo, 14 tackles. It was an incredible performance. It's got to be a record this season for us in terms of most tackles. I think maybe 10 or 11 might be the most, maybe 12. 3 clearances as well, goal assist. Stay in the team. We've been crying out for Manning to get back into the side, and look at what happens. It was wonderful. Mitchy D, had the 25, 10 marks, 2 tackles. He just cruises on through games, picking up plenty of the pill, and finding our teammates and getting them involved in scoring chains. Love Mitchy's work. SDK had a great game as well. He kicked 2, had the 20 disposals, 4 marks, 6 tackles, 15 hitouts, 4 clearances, and he looks tough. He looks dog hungry. We've been crying out for this, and it was great to see him have confidence in himself. He was clunking marks. He's feeling good about himself. So maybe the ruck might be the go for him. Let's keep trying it out and see what comes of it. Jackie Bowes was pretty solid. He had the 24, 3 marks, 4 tackles, 3 clearances, goal assists as well. Unassuming character that's getting it done in the midfield, playing his role nicely, and enjoy watching him develop at the Cattery. Blitz was a better game from Blitz. He kicked a goal, had the 16 disposals for the game, 3 marks, 4 tackles. He also got the 12 hitouts, 3 clearances. He was chucking them on the left. He was doing all sorts of stuff, but really tough game from Blitz. His hands were really good. Took some good clunks. Love it when he's playing like this. Scratch kicked 2 goals, had the 12 disposals, 5 marks, 4 tackles. Also had a clearance for his good work there. He played really well for us. Good presence up forward. He always run and jumps at it. He's super keen, super young, and loving life at the moment. And we're looking pretty good up front. It's nice to see Neil take that position and make it his own, because it's going to be his own for the next 10 years, very, very shortly. Lawson, he had the 17 possessions, 7 marks, 2 tackles. Definitely a little bit quiet early, but I just love watching this guy go about it. A neat kick, he's got a bit of the Sam Mitchells about him. I think he's a right footer, but he definitely kicks on his left very nicely, and I'm happy to keep seeing him get a crack at it. A very handy player, moving the ball from the back half, but also defending. Max Holmes had probably the most unbelievable 17 disposals you'll ever see. At the game, it felt like he had 25, almost 30. You just saw him everywhere, so that speaks to his work rate. Had the 17 disposals, as mentioned there, 7 marks, 2 tackles, and 2 clearances. He was enormous for us. Always cracks in super hard. Gut running, that's what he does, and he was really good again. Over to Jack Henry, he had the 16, 9 marks, and also a tackle. Looking good for us. Relatively steady down back, and a rock for us. Had his moments this season, and even I guess today, but by and large, it was pretty seamless for us. Over to Ollie Dempsey, he had the 23 for the game. Also had 3 marks, 2 tackles, a couple of clearances, and a goal assist. He loves getting his teammates involved. Get another guy, another half forward that just finds a way to work up and down the ground massively, which helps the team structurally in a big way. And he's just very classy. He is a good man. Over to Jai Clark, who had the 18 disposals of the game, 4 marks, 4 tackles, a couple of clearances as well. Jai, got a good amount of the ball, handy in that midfield, and he'll definitely get better as we go. Zuth was really good, I felt. He had the 15, 6 marks, 2 tackles as well. Lots of 2s in this, I must say. There's lots of players laying 2 tackles. Good to see. Good to see. I don't think anyone got off the chain too badly. I think, I'm not sure who more was on exactly. Probably the only real player that had a massive spark up forward. I think, he might have been on Bruce. I'm not even sure. Hopefully Moore didn't kick 3 on him. That would be awkward. Over to Gryan, he had 1 goal, 1 next to his name for the game. He had 15 possessions, 5 marks, tackle and a clearance, and a goal assist. A little bit quieter than his usual self, but that's okay. Other players stepped up, and 2 direct goals out of all of that. Still pretty good. Gary Rowan, happy 200 for Gary Rowan. What a pickup he's been for us since the end of the 2018 season, leading into 2019. He would have kicked almost 100 goals for us. He kicked 12 touches, 5 marks, and also a goal assist. He was very active early, getting plenty of game time next to his name, and he's a real spark up forward for us, and we're looking very lean and very dangerous up forward with Cameron and Neil and Rowan. Seems to be the perfect mix up there at the moment. Zach Tui was good. He had the 15, 5 marks as well, also a clearance. Good game from Zach. Had some pretty good contest wins. Had a massive barrel as well, which he loves to do, and so the fans, they love seeing that. As I mentioned, won some good contests and play well for us. Collar had an interesting start, but as the game wore on, he was fine. He had the 11 disposals, 6 marks, 3 tackles, and some of the marks he takes, super clean, 1 grabbers, and just absolutely no worries for him. Over to Stengel. Tice had the 14 disposals, no goal, unfortunately. 2 marks and 3 tackles, but he set one up, so I think that one was pretty early on to SDK. Quite a game by his lofty standards. He definitely still got quite involved, in that half-forward line, but wasn't able to, make a major count. That's all right. I'm fine. Tommy Atkins, he had 11, but I thought they were pretty good 11. Some of the clearances he had out the front was great. 2 marks, also 4 tackles, 3 clearances. Goal assist there in amongst all of that. Good game from Axe. We know, he's heart and soul player, just always gives 110%. Paddy had the 14 disposals, took a mark and 3 tackles, 4 clearances from his 57% game time. And what was he? He was a tactical sub. And a good result. But I thought he was a little bit quiet throughout the game. But again, I'd want him, if we're good enough to make finals, hopefully we are, that's when I want Paddy to play his absolute best footy. And whilst he, numbers-wise didn't have an amazing influence, he was still, gives it his all. And yeah, hopefully it was just tactical. But Patrick will be all good very soon. It was very good last week with his 22 disposals, clunking everything. Ollie Henry came on a little bit in that final term. He had the 3 disposals and took a mark and a goal assist for his good work there. So, yeah, hopefully he can work back into the best team. But, Shawnee Manners just said, he had the full game to work with. But, yeah, he had the 20 touches, 14 tackles. Is absolutely brilliant. Love that. So, there we go. That's a look at the Cats and the Hawks. We'll have a quick squiz of where we are. Well, I say we're in the top 4. I don't know what kind of ladder I was looking at. Maybe, that's right. Yeah, because Fremantle are in front at the moment. But yeah, obviously before the game. As I said, before the round's out, I'm sure we'll get knocked out of the top 4. But that's okay. That's all right. I'm fine. So yeah, sitting 5th at the moment. See how the Giants go. I believe they're in front at this stage. They kicked like 11 goals in a row or something wild like that. Very possible. All right. Let's have a look at next week. We've got Collingwood. Collingwood at the MCG. This will be their home game. Our away game. It's going to be tough. Yeah. Well, they're always tough games, no matter where these sides are on the ladder. When I looked at this game 3 or 4 weeks ago, I thought, oh my God, this is absolutely scary. This is going to be mission impossible. Looking a bit more possible now, especially with one of the last couple. Pies have been a bit shaky the last month. They've obviously got significant injuries from that standpoint. They've mind checks out for the season with the pec injury, so that's obviously massive for them. Just based on pure form in the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, I feel better about us winning. I think we will go in as favourites. But, so the Bombers got the job done over the Pies. Gives me a bit of faith that we'll be able to get the job done. But, yeah, it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. I'm sure, it's going to be very tough. But hopefully we can, if we keep playing the way we're playing, I believe we'll win. So let's hope we can get that squared away. But going back to the game, Giants are going quite nicely. Blues have hit back with a couple of goals. Geelong with the 51-point win, a nice win to sort of catapult the season a little bit after what's been a pretty tough period. And Scotty, he was, I think throughout the season he's been saying, it's if you think you're going to go through the whole season without any hiccups or any issues, you're in dream world, you're in fairyland. But they've after what's been a tough period, sort of fought the good fight. They've brought some players in. They've done some positional changes, which have been, I think, a breath of fresh air. Some youth in the side. It's been massive. And forward line is functioning seamlessly, looking really dangerous and really prominent. There's reason to be optimistic. I mean, with my comments, I suppose a couple of weeks ago was off the back of if that's the way we're going to keep fronting up. I suspect those would have been the results we would have kept getting. But, we've got the tails up at the moment. We're playing some good footy right at this point, so it's really good to see. But, the season, footy's so unforgiving. You can be on top of the world one week and then you can be put down to earth pretty darn quickly, as Hawthorn have found out today after they've had a really good run, a really good 2 months, but they've run into a red-hot Cats side today at home. But feeling good at the moment. Hopefully in another 2 weeks I don't write the season off, but I'll just ride the wave. Never seen anything quite like it. It's almost been an unprecedented season in that sense as well, with how topsy-turvy it's been, and even really good teams put to the sword at times and looking unlikely for several weeks in a row, and you kind of go, are they real? Are they not? I don't know if we're real yet, but what is real is we've won the last 2 games by 96 points combined. That is real, and those are facts. So that's all we can sort of roll with. But there you go. All right, that's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed the review as well. Give the video a like and subscribe away, all that amazing stuff. And yeah, appreciate all your support for those of you tuning in. Really appreciate it. Have a good one, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next video.